Remember when everyone said Chelsea were a mess? When pundits laughed at their massive squad and predicted chaos? When fans worried they'd be fighting for Europa League spots again? Well, Enzo Maresca just proved every single doubter wrong, and the way he's transformed this Chelsea team is absolutely mind-blowing. This Italian tactician has turned the Blues into genuine title contenders, and the scariest part? They're only getting started. Hey Chelsea fans, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive deep into this incredible Chelsea revolution, let me know where you're watching from. London, New York, Sydney, Lagos? Drop your location in the comments below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we're bringing you the best Chelsea content on YouTube. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's talk about how Maresca is changing the game at Stamford Bridge. Let's be honest, this season hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows for Chelsea. The journey has been more like a roller coaster ride with incredible highs and frustrating lows. But here's the thing that separates great teams from average ones. It's not about avoiding the bumps, it's about how you respond to them. And boy, have Chelsea responded under Maresca. The season started with mixed results that had some fans worried. There were matches where Chelsea looked absolutely unstoppable, tearing teams apart with beautiful football. Then there were games where old defensive frailties appeared, causing hearts to sink and social media to explode with panic. One week they beat a top team convincingly, the next they draw against a side they should have demolished. It was classic Chelsea, exciting but unpredictable. But Maresca never panicked. While everyone else was losing their minds on Twitter and calling into radio shows demanding changes, the Italian boss stayed calm. He kept working on his system, kept believing in his players, and kept making those small adjustments that would eventually turn Chelsea from an inconsistent team into a genuine force. And slowly but surely, the pieces started falling into place. The turning point? It wasn't one match or one moment. It was a gradual evolution where you could see the team understanding what Maresca wanted. The pressing became sharper. The passing patterns became more fluid. The defensive shape became more solid. The confidence started building. And suddenly, Chelsea weren't just competing, they were dominating. Here's what makes this Chelsea team absolutely terrifying for opponents. They don't rely on Cole Palmer anymore. Let that sink in for a moment. The same Cole Palmer who scored 22 Premier League goals last season and basically carried Chelsea on his back. The same Palmer who won Player of the Year awards and became the face of the rebuild. Chelsea don't depend on him like they used to. And that's actually brilliant news. Now, before Palmer fans start typing angry comments, let me explain. Cole Palmer is still absolutely world class. He's still one of Chelsea's best players. But what Maresca has done is build a system where Palmer is a weapon among many weapons, not the only weapon. And that's what separates title challengers from also rants. Think about it. Last season, if Palmer had an off day, Chelsea struggled. If opponents marked him tightly, Chelsea lacked ideas. If Palmer got injured, panic set in. But this season, completely different story. Maresca has created a team where danger comes from everywhere, where every player can hurt you, where marking one player simply means another one will destroy you. Here's a question for you. Do you think Chelsea are actually better now that they're not so Palmer dependent? Or do you miss those days when he was the main man? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this is genuinely fascinating to discuss. Let's talk about the new generation that's arrived at Stamford Bridge and set the Premier League on fire. Estevão Willian, remember that name because you'll be hearing it for the next 15 years. This Brazilian wonder kid has burst onto the scene with 4 goals already this season, and he's playing with the confidence of someone who's been doing this for years, not months. The way he glides past defenders, the way he finds space in tight areas, the way he finishes chances, it's pure magic. Then there's Alejandro Garnacho, the former Manchester United winger, who Chelsea somehow managed to pry away from Old Trafford. What a signing that's turned out to be. Garnacho has brought pace, directness, and that ruthless mentality Chelsea needed. He's not afraid of anyone, he runs at defenders for fun, and he's added a new dimension to Chelsea's attack that opponents simply can't handle. Pedro Neto has been nothing short of sensational. 4 goals this season might not sound like Cristiano Ronaldo numbers, but here's the context. Neto is a winger who's contributing goals while also creating chances, tracking back defensively, and being one of the hardest working players on the pitch. His 4 goals match Estevao's tally, and both of them are showing that Chelsea's attack is about collective brilliance, not individual heroics. And we haven't even talked about João Pedro yet. The Brazilian forward has seamlessly fit into Maresca's system, scoring 4 goals and working his socks off for the team. His movement is intelligent, his finishing is clinical, and his work rate is exceptional. When you've got Pedro, Estevao, Neto, and Garnacho all contributing goals, plus Palmer in the mix, how do you even defend against that? Here's where it gets really scary for Chelsea's opponents. Even the defensive midfielders are scoring! Moises Caicedo, who was bought primarily to break up play and shield the defense, has 4 goals this season. 4! The Ecuadorian has added a new dimension to his game under Maresca, making late runs into the box, arriving at the right time to finish chances, and showing that he's not just a destroyer, he's a complete midfielder. Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea's World Cup winning midfielder, also has 4 goals to his name. Remember when people questioned his price tag? Remember when critics said he wasn't worth the money Chelsea paid Brighton? Well, he's silencing those doubters 1 goal at a time. Under Maresca, Enzo has found the perfect balance between controlling games and contributing in the final third. This goal distribution is absolutely crucial for sustained success. In previous seasons, Chelsea would score 3 or 4 goals in a match, but they'd all come from the same 1 or 2 players. Now, you genuinely don't know who's gonna score when Chelsea attack. It could be anyone from anywhere. That unpredictability makes Chelsea incredibly difficult to prepare for and even harder to stop. Let me ask you this. Which Chelsea player has surprised you most with their goal contributions this season? Is it Caicedo stepping up from midfield, Neto finding his shooting boots, or one of the new Brazilian stars? Let us know in the comments below. Everyone loves talking about Chelsea's attack, but let's address something that doesn't get nearly enough attention. Chelsea's defense is actually pretty solid this season. Yes, you read that right. The same Chelsea defense that got roasted on social media for years is actually doing a decent job under Maresca. Now, are they perfect? Absolutely not. Are they the best defense in the league? No, and nobody's claiming that. But here's the reality check everyone needs. Chelsea's defense is nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be. The narrative around social media and in the press is that Chelsea are defensively weak, but the numbers tell a different story. Robert Sanchez, Chelsea's goalkeeper, who's been criticized more times than we can count, has kept 5 clean sheets this season. 5! That's just 1 behind Arsenal's David Raya, who plays behind what many consider the best defense in the Premier League. Let that comparison sink in for a moment. Sanchez is 1 clean sheet away from matching a goalkeeper who has a wall of elite defenders in front of him. Sure, Chelsea have conceded some goals they shouldn't have. Yes, there have been individual errors that cost points. But every single team in the Premier League, including the top ones, has those moments. The difference is that Chelsea's mistakes get magnified and replayed endlessly, while others get a pass. It's the price of being a big club with massive expectations. What Maresca has done defensively is organize the team better. The pressing is more coordinated. The defensive shape is more compact. Players know their responsibilities and stick to them. And most importantly, when Chelsea do lose the ball, they win it back quickly instead of allowing opponents to build sustained attacks. That's tactical coaching at its finest. One of Maresca's biggest strengths this season has been his rotation policy, especially in the wide positions. This isn't just random squad rotation. It's strategic, intelligent, and perfectly executed. Watch how he manages Garnacho and Jamie Gittins on one side, then Neto and Estevao on the other. It's like conducting an orchestra where every musician gets their moment to shine. When Garnacho starts, his pace and directness give Chelsea one type of threat. When Gittins comes in, he brings a different skill set that can unlock tired defenses late in games. The same applies to the Neto-Estevao rotation. Neto offers experience, work rate, and consistency. Estevao brings youthful exuberance, unpredictability, and that Brazilian flair that makes fans jump out of their seats. This rotation achieves multiple things simultaneously. First, it keeps everyone fresh and reduces injury risk over a long, grueling season. Second, it keeps all the players hungry and motivated because nobody's guaranteed to start. Third, it gives Maresca tactical flexibility to adjust his approach based on opponents. And fourth, it means Chelsea can maintain high intensity for the entire season while other teams fade. Think about how many teams have suffered because they overplayed their key players. How many times have we seen brilliant starts to seasons followed by collapses because star players got injured or exhausted? Maresca is preventing that from happening at Chelsea. He's building a squad, not just a team, and that's why Chelsea can compete on multiple fronts without falling apart. Let's address the elephant in the room. Chelsea are genuine title contenders. With 23 points already in the Premier League and breathing down the necks of Arsenal and Manchester City, this isn't some fluke or lucky streak. This is a legitimate challenge for the biggest prize in English football. Now here's a crucial question for you. Do you genuinely believe Chelsea can win the Premier League this season? Or do you think they're still one season away? This is important, so let your voice be heard in the comments section. Some fans might say it's too early to talk about titles, that Chelsea need to prove consistency over a full season, that winning the league requires experience and mental toughness Chelsea don't yet have. And you know what? Those are fair points, but here's the counter argument. This Chelsea team has something special. They have youth, energy, fearlessness, and a manager who knows exactly what he's doing. Arsenal and Manchester City are incredible teams with world-class managers and proven winners in their squads. But they're also under enormous pressure. Arsenal are desperate to finally win the league after coming so close. City are trying to maintain their dominance while dealing with off-field issues and aging stars. Chelsea? They're the young, hungry challengers with nothing to lose and everything to gain. That's a dangerous combination. The beauty of this Chelsea team is that they genuinely believe they can beat anyone. When you've got players scoring from all over the pitch, a solid defensive structure, intelligent rotation, keeping everyone fresh, and a manager who has them playing stunning football, why can't you challenge for the title? The gap between Chelsea and the top two isn't as big as people think, and with every passing week, it's getting smaller. Here's what should terrify the rest of the Premier League. This Chelsea team is only gonna get better. Think about that for a second. They're already competing at the top with 23 points, and most of their key players are in their early 20s. Estevao is still learning English football. Garnacho is still adapting to his new club. João Pedro is still building chemistry with his teammates. And Maresca is still implementing his full vision. Imagine this team in 6 months. Imagine them next season with another year of experience and understanding. Imagine them when the young players hit their prime years. That's not just exciting, it's absolutely frightening for anyone who has to face them. Chelsea aren't just building for this season. They're building a dynasty. The combination of tactical intelligence from Maresca, attacking firepower from multiple sources, improving defensive solidity, and smart rotation creates the perfect recipe for sustained success. This isn't a team that's gonna burn bright for one season and fade away. This is a team that's being constructed to dominate for years. Enzo Maresca deserves enormous credit for what he's achieved so far. He walked into a situation that many managers would have run away from. A bloated squad, enormous expectations, a fan base desperate for success, and critics ready to pounce on every mistake. But instead of crumbling under the pressure, he's thrived. He's taken all these talented individuals and molded them into a cohesive, dangerous, exciting football team. The fact that Chelsea don't depend solely on Cole Palmer anymore is actually the highest compliment you can give Maresca. He's created a system where brilliance is expected from everyone, not just one superstar. He's built a team where goals come from everywhere, where defensive responsibility is shared, where rotation keeps everyone engaged, and where the collective is greater than any individual. So here we are, watching Chelsea transform before our very eyes. From a team that looked like they might be rebuilding for years to a team challenging for the Premier League title. From a squad that seemed too big to manage to a perfectly rotated machine. From a team over-reliant on one player to a collective that threatens from every position. That's the Enzo Maresca effect. The season is still young, and there will be more challenges ahead. There will be tough matches, difficult moments, and obstacles to overcome. But if the first part of this season has taught us anything, it's that this Chelsea team has the talent, the mentality, and the manager to handle whatever comes their way. The future isn't just bright at Stamford Bridge, it's absolutely dazzling. Before you go, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have those notifications turned on. We've got tons more Chelsea content coming your way, and you don't want to miss any of it. And one final question, what's been your favorite moment of Chelsea's season so far? Is it a specific match, a particular goal, the way the team has evolved? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, Blues fans. Keep the faith, keep supporting the team, and let's enjoy this incredible journey together. See you in the next one. Come on, Chelsea.